we have started recording and the session is starting right about now. And what really are we looking at? What is this session all about today? Uh, it is to look at something we'll call pivot table in Excel. Pivot table in Excel. And there are a lot of things. Pivot table could be very simple to some people. It's actually very simple. So don't mind this. Let me remove this ones. All right. So, oh, just a moment, control Z. So pivot table could just be, so this was for the last class. So pivot table is so like a summary, right? Or a snapshot or a report of a detailed of operational report. Uh, I wouldn't want to talk much because we have someone that would be doing that for us today. We have someone in the house. She's also a member of the community. She's been in the community since inception. So I would call on, I'll stop sharing actually, and I'll call on Madam Janet. So please, you have the floor. Everyone is waiting to learn one or two things. So your mic is muted. You also need to introduce yourself before we see the data set. And just so you know, you are sharing just a portion of your screen. So you want to share the entire screen but just so you know that you're only sharing the data. So please, you can take it away. Please introduce yourself. Let's get
Oh,
to
so
it.
sorry, Mr. Jide, is it the data you're still seeing, or you can see
It's the
the?
data because you are sharing window. So you're not sharing entire screen. It's the data set
Oh,
I'm
okay. So
showing.
please let me reshare. Let me stop sharing and share. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
That's fine.
Mm. Please let me know what you can see now, please.
Okay. From my end, I can't see anything yet. I'm still seeing everyone on the call. Okay. Yes, though, just so you know, you're also still sharing a window, but we can see your slide.
Oh,
Meaning
okay.
you're not sharing the entire screen.
Okay.
So that when you
Um,
navigate to that, we won't be able to see. All right.
one moment, please.
It's fine. So while we wait for that, for people that just joined, the focus for today is pivot table in Excel. That's Microsoft Excel. So that's what we want
Okay.
to do. So just so you know, I can see your entire screen now. So
All
you
right.
have,
Okay. So one moment. If I bring this up, can you see it?
oh, maybe you are using two screen. Yes, I can see this. Yes, I can see your data
Okay.
set now.
So all right. So what can you see now, sir? If I
Your
bring this up?
desktop screen. Okay, now I'm displaying the data set.
Okay, still the data set. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. All
Your
right.
slide. Good.
Yes, we are good. Thank you. So now we can see the
PowerPoint slide.
presentation.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
So
My name is.
just before you continue, help us put it on projection. You want to put it on slide mode, so then you can go.
All right. No. Okay, sir.
So you can go ahead. It's fine. If you want to leave it this way too, it's fine. Please go
Yes,
ahead.
because I still have to come back to it. That's why.
It's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Sorry about that. Okay. Good morning. My name is Janet. I'm a data analyst and I'm a member of the community as well. This morning, I would like to talk about pivot table. I would like this class to be as much as interactive as well. If you have any questions, please ask me. I'm happy to help. Just like Mr. Jide said at the beginning of the session, uh, a pivot table is more or less like you need to analyze, summarize, and present your data if you have a large data set. I will call it the younger brother to Power BI because that was what was in existence before Power BI came. And I believe that was what Microsoft developed on to get Power BI. Please, Mr. Jide, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Please, you're
So
fine. Proceed.
for pivot table, I would say it's quite good in terms of you analyzing if you need a quick analysis or summary that you need to make a business decision on for your data set. And you can also do your calculation, your formula is also flexible like Power BI. It's just that is not, you don't have those fancy full dashboard like Power BI. Today, this will be the course outline. We'll talk about how to create the pivot table. If we have time, we'll go down to calculated fields and item. But please, if I'm speaking too fast, let me know. If you have questions, please drop it in the chat or call my attention to it. If you need me to explain again, please do let me know, please. I believe we all have the data set. Am I right, please?
Yes, I've shared it on WhatsApp, so everyone has it.
All right. So the first thing we'll do is just to create a pivot table, then we'll format, then we'll follow this course outline. So this is the small sample data set we'll be using. So first thing first, if you need to create a pivot table, what do? Just come to this your data set, go to insert. Microsoft has made it very easy. You can have recommended pivot table. All you have to do is select the one you want, but that is not what we want. We want to create our own from the beginning. So I will click on this. You have options. It's telling me, is it from this table or range, or from external source? Your external source could be like your SQL, your Power BI, or whatever database you use in your office. But we are using a table. Excel is so smart. It has, how will I put it, analyze my data, and it's saying, okay, I'm going to start from column A, and my data ends in G28. I can cancel and show you that this is column G, and this ends in 22. We can see this is the end of it. Let's go back up. So I come here, I click on table insert Power Pivot. This is the table. Do I want it in a new sheet or existing sheet? If I click on new sheet, it will open another tab. But my original data set is still here. If I want it to be on this same sheet, is also possible. All I need to do is insert table range, and I will say existing sheet. It's going to ask me the location. I can click on here and say this, and I have it here. But this is actually not what I want. Okay, let me just come here. So we come here now. This is it. It will come empty. So you need to build in what you want. So now I want to build, okay, the sales by different sales rep. What is each person contributing to the organization? That is the summary I want from this my data set. We have data fields. This is it. You have your filter, you have your column. Column is more or less like the header. Your row, this is your row. Then you have values. Value is to summarize. Then filter is for your selection. So now for my header, I will have to take this to either sales rep. So these are my sales rep. Product, I can bring product to row. Then amount will go here. Automatically for value is going to give you sum, but we can change it the way we want. Later on, we'll talk about that, how we can change it. We can change it to sum, count, average, but we are still going to get into that. So for me to see now, I have Ben, I have Chris, these are my sales rep. I can easily see who is performing very well, who is not performing very well. From this short data now, I can see that Simi is doing fantastic because this is what he has sold for the month. For month, let's put month as well so that we'll not get confused. Then I might want to remove my product. I will turn it around. One moment, please. Okay. This is month. Let's move it up here. This is sales rep. Okay, so this makes more sense. You can see this way. Let's remove product. Okay. So now we can see for September, October, November, we made a grand sales of this 581,472,000. So we can check now which month did we do well from the combination of this, who is doing well, who is not doing well. So we can see the person leading is Simi. So in case you want to give the person award or whatever, but this person is doing well. But at the same time, you might want to ask questions like, okay, Simi, in September, you made 39,000, October 42. What happened in November? Why was there a drop? Was she not motivated? What happened? So those are the questions that these can actually help you to solve. We can see for someone like Jane, okay, September was good, October down, November, all right. What was the change? What happened? So if you want to find out more, you can also do that. Another thing I needed to talk about is dates, how to group. In your data set, we have each day, but Excel has gone to like summarize it, group it into month for us to make it easy. We can ungroup if we want, if that is what we want, but sometimes I don't think it's necessary to make it tidy, but it depends on what you're actually working on. I can ungroup it, and this is what you have based on your data set, but we don't need this. What we need it grouped based on month, and we have this. Please, is there any question regarding this, or are we good?
I believe if there are questions, people will raise their hand or they will drop messages in the chat. So please, you can proceed.
All right. Okay, so is there anyone that is using the data set and might want to tell us which product did we sell the most? Is there anyone that wants to try before I sort that out? I just want to make it interactive so that I will know people are having like understanding what I'm saying.
Okay, let's do this, everyone. If you are following, I know, of course, we are here and we are following, but you know, I always ask. So if you are following, share with the raise of hand, just to be sure. Because what we are trying to do is to focus on one thing, right? That would help so that we can ask questions. If you are following, please show with the raise of hand. Do you have a question? Are you trying to do something? Okay, let's confirm. Okay, good. I can see thumbs up. Okay. So I'm not sure if anyone is using the data set now, so maybe we'll just proceed.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's fine if nobody is using the data set. Okay. So now.
I think it's Toy. Toy that was sold the most.
Okay. So let's try
Thank
that.
you.
All we have to do, thank you so much. All we have to do is go ahead.
Can I say something? Yeah, you're asking which products sold the most. So
Yes.
basically, that's you altering the what you have on the, I don't know what it's called. You know where you have rows,
My
columns,
fields.
values.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
you trying to arrange it in a way that you see the values, see what sold the most, right?
Yeah, this is just all you need to do. Remove the sales rep. You know, on that row, I had sales rep before.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've removed. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Initially, I had this, right? This is what I had originally. To remove this, all you need to do is untick. Then I will bring down my product.
Okay.
Vivian, if it is not clear, please, we are here to support ourselves. So you are free to
Yes.
ask any question, no stupid questions.
Okay.
Adedeji, I'll come back to you shortly. Still raise your hand. So Vivian, go. You want to say something, right?
Yeah, she's answering actually. So you rearrange it and then you get to see the product that. So
yes, you can. All you have to do is just rearrange it, untick and drag down. And I can also put sales rep as well.
Okay.
So it just depends on what you want, how you want to manipulate your data to make it have meaning to your end users.
Yeah.
Okay, because now I've done this, I can say, okay, for ball, who sold the highest? Which month?
Okay.
So the person that sold the highest ball will be Chris, 4,300. If I now narrow it down to which month, that will be October.
Okay. And if you want to find the product that sold the most is looking like it's bicycle.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Get it. Thank you.
And you might now want to ask, who was the sales rep that sold the highest bicycle?
Yeah.
That would be Simi. Which month? She did that in November rather.
Adedeji, Vivian, are you fine?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
Adedeji, please go ahead. You can unmute.
I just want to call the pivot table feed. How do you navigate to pivot table feed so that I can be able to follow up with the ticking of. I got the way she arrived
She
at
will
the.
do that again. She will do that again.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to close everything. All right. I will just delete this. Okay. So all you need to do okay, let's leave this reason. Okay. All you need to do is come to your data set, go to your ribbon up, click insert, click on pivot table. We are selecting from table range because this is what we want. So automatically it's going to guess your data set. So starting from cell A1 down to column G28, it's going to ask you, do you want it in a new worksheet? A new worksheet means it's going to come to this place, like add another tab. Existing worksheet, this will be it in your same worksheet. So once you have it, your pivot table automatically is going to create a field for you. So once you have your field, then you can now build your data to make analysis for your end users.
Just a moment. So I'm sure you have answered him, but I'll still ask him. Ima, your hand is up. Please go ahead. I want to be sure if it is the same thing they're asking.
Yes, no, mine is kind of different. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Regards to the pivot table fields, I can see the data sets and the fields. How do I know where to put, what kind of data to put in columns, what kind of data to put in rows, and what kind of data to put in values? How do I know how to do that?
Okay, so it depends on your data set, honestly, and it depends on the meaning you want to make out of it. I can change it and say, okay, most times column is for like column when you need headers. The way I've analyzed it now is I want to be able to see each person this way, sales rep. I can tweak it and say, no, sales rep come to column. You understand? But this doesn't really make, it's too clumsy. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I can bring
Okay, yes, I
product
do.
down this way. So it depends on what you want. I can say, okay, I don't want my month. I just want to be able to see, maybe to become tidy. Then this is it. So it depends on what you want to build, how you want your pivot table to look like. You can always move things around. But please note, for values, it has to be something you can sum or count. You can't bring what's the example I can use? I can't bring sales rep down. Well, it can count because they are individual, or bicycle, but I don't think they to work here. It won't make sense.
Ima, let me know if you understand, if you need clarification.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I
Good.
understand. Thank you.
Good. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Now, but I try to follow up on the pivot table. When I try it on my laptop, so I click on the pivot table and it gave me do I want to use the new worksheet or the existing one? So I clicked on it, but I left it on the new worksheet and I clicked OK. It doesn't give me anything.
Definitely,
No,
it will give you something, right?
it
It
will
will
give you
give you a
something.
blank. Please, can you don't do this? Just remove every data you've input into the field. So please let me drag out all the data you put in row field, value field, or you can deselect. You get. So Adedeji, once you do pivot, right, it's going to take you to a worksheet where everything is blank. You will just see build. So I
No,
want you
sir.
to deselect. No, so that you
I
can
think you
see.
click on existing sheet. So if you
Oh,
click on your existing sheet, you need to pick a cell where you want it to go into.
Okay. Okay, ma.
Adedeji, please, did you click on existing or new?
I left it on the new worksheet. But I
When
did
you
not
say
click on
new,
the
when you say new means a new worksheet. When you say
okay.
existing is where the data is.
Do you want
Yes.
me to go back?
I will appreciate, ma. Sorry for taking you back, but
No
I will
problem.
appreciate. Thank you,
Okay,
ma.
so this is it. You can see my screen. This is it. Just come into this data set, click insert, pivot table, table range. You have this box coming up, right? We are
Okay.
selecting, do you want us to select new worksheet or existing worksheet?
New worksheet,
If we,
please. That's what you've been doing.
new
Please.
worksheet, okay, new worksheet. Click OK. You can see this is what you should have. Do you have this?
Adedeji, that is it. It's as simple as this. All right. If you follow that dialog box is actually talking to you. So if you do that, right, by default, it is new. It is if you now change it to existing, right? So Adedeji, I'm sure you're fine. So this is how it's going
Yes,
to
sir.
look like. So it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry for taking us back.
No,
No,
it's fine.
that's
It's fine.
fine. That's absolutely okay. Okay, so now let's try and do formatting because our numbers are not tidy. We want to tidy them up. So all we have to do is come in here, right click, and we do number formatting. So we click on currency because we are dealing with numbers. Okay. We want it to be in 2 decimal places. Okay. And this is what we have. This is how it's meant to be. Please note there's a difference between format cell and number format. I'm going to show us the difference, please. If you do number cell format, it's going to apply to just, let's do this, just this cell, not your old data set or not your old pivot table. For you to have the old pivot table, you need to do number format. Please. All right, so I believe with this now, you can quickly make a presentation to your end users, telling them the grand total you've made for the quarter, September, October, November, who is your highest sales rep in case they want to promote the person. So we've done, when it comes to changing fields, we've talked about that briefly, is more or less rearranging based on rearranging your fields. So I don't know if we have any questions so far on this before we move to the next one.
I guess
I'm
you can
fine from
proceed. Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. So under changing fields as well, we might want to drill down as well. We might want to drill down. Like drill down means we want to see the underlying data in this table. All I have to do is double click. It will open another page. And I only double click for Alex. What am I looking for? What is making up this? And if I come in here, is able to tell me that for that month, even though I had made a sales of 4,900, he sold balls, battery, t-shirt, and this is the amount. Is that clear, or do you want me to repeat? Please. I should repeat, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is your table. This is your pivot table. You've done a summary, but you quickly want to know the underlying data inside a particular cell, right? So for Chris, you can still build it to know, but for just like you don't have time, you're doing a presentation and someone is asking you, I can see that Chris made a sales of 16,260. What contributed to that sales in September? All you have to do is go to that cell, double click. It will open up another tab and it's going to give you the breakdown. We can see that Chris in September sold battery, shoes, everything is sold. And if you add this amount, it will tally with what we have. Is that okay, please?
Yes, it's okay. Thank you.
All right. Any further questions? Okay. So can someone tell me, if, for people that have the data, can we go to Jane for October, double click, and let's see what and what made the sales for 30,370?
Can I give it a shot?
Yes, please. Go ahead, please.
Okay, Jane for October, she sold ball, battery, bicycles, sweets, bulbs, shoes, toy, and snacks.
Yeah, thank you. That's right. So we can see this is exactly it. So I'll delete them now. Okay. So can we go ahead now?
Yes, I believe.
Okay. So another thing will be, I don't know if we have time, is can anybody help us for people practicing, just for us to see, like how many toys did we sell in Abuja store in September? Can anybody try that? What do we do? Please, the question will be, how many toys were sold in Abuja store in September?
Who is trying that? Who is trying number of toys?
I am.
Okay, please go
Give me
ahead.
a few seconds. I'm still trying to what I've done is to take the products to rows and
Okay.
I've highlighted toys. double clicked on toys to see the breakdown. But I'm trying to, I've not been able to.
The question is saying that toys in location, right?
Toys in
location.
Yes, so you need location for your field.
Okay, yes, that's what I was trying to figure out. A second, please. In Abuja.
Sorry, toys sold in Abuja, is it for a particular month?
In September.
September, okay. Yes.
I guess if they're still figuring that out, we can proceed. Maybe you can show that.
The toy will be 7. Should I explain how I arrived at this? Is that all right? Okay. All right. I'll just, this is what we had before. Okay, no. I think this is what we had before on our screen. So we need location. So I'll put my location here. You can interchange. I want it in a proper way where is my location that will be up. So I can bring location up, then product under it. Now I can see that Abuja. So what I'm looking for is in September, toy, but it's not the amount that I need. What I want is how many toys were sold, not the amount. Then I need to first of all change this. My number formatting, I'm going to change it back to general. I will not need sum again. I don't need sum. I can put count, depending on your data field, please. I can put count. It's going to give me 7. Do we understand?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you for people that are responding. In case you have questions, please do not hesitate. What we are just trying to do is to ensure, the reason why she is not even very fast is to ensure that even the least person understands this, all right? So let's proceed, please.
Okay, so now we move to filter. This is it. There are some filters. This is like the basic filter in pivot table. I might want to move my sales rep up here and see. Before I added the filter, you can see for everybody, for every sales rep, this will narrow it down. All I need to do is come and see for Alex, okay? What and what, which location is Alex? We can see that Alex is just in Port Harcourt. This is the breakdown for what Alex sold. This is count. We can decide to put amount. Let's put amount to see if Alex is making money for the organization or if we are just paying Alex and Alex is not making money. Okay. So Alex is making some money, but we might want to know why Alex is not making sales on some product. Then we can do multiple selection as well. Maybe I want to see for Chris and Alex together. Click on this box, select multiple, and click on the option you want, the name you want. We can see that we have both of them, and it's giving us a narration whatever we need about them. We can also have multiple filter. I might decide I want to see sales approach, which sales approach was used by Alex. Let's see, is he online? Okay, these are the product he sold online. In store, these are the product he sold. Are we clear? It's just another way of manipulating your data. You can use it to filter down, to narrow it down. Is that okay?
Please, is that clear?
Yes, okay.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
All right. Okay, so we move from here now and we go to slicers. Before we go to slicer, we can do like, let me quickly talk about report filter page. Because we have a lot of sales rep in here, maybe we are talking about their performance and we want to bring in individual person, and you don't want to be changing and changing their name so that you don't make mistake when you're talking to them, like showing Jane the figure for Ben, or you don't want them to see the figure for the other person. You can actually go to your analyze. Under analyze, you see option, go to show report filter page, and it's going to ask you based on what. So I want it to be based on sales rep, because when each person come in for their performance, I don't want to make mistake. I don't want them to see the other person's figure. All I have to do is sales rep, click on OK. You can see, if you look at your tab, automatically it will generate each person. So when Alex come, I'll just go to Alex. This is your figure. If I have Ben, click on Ben, instead of me manually changing all this. Please, is this clear?
No, please, can you take it again?
Please, can you come again?
All right. I would, one moment, let me delete all this so that we have a better understanding. Okay, these are my sales rep, right? I have them as filter already. I want to do their performance like a review, like their appraisal. This is, let's say, assume, okay, January. I want to say each person, this is your performance from September, October, November. When they come into my office, I don't want to make mistake and instead of me showing Alex his figure, Alex will now see the figure for Ben. I want a report filter page. That means my page is already filtered. I will just go directly to the name of that sales rep. What you need to do is go to pivot analyze, come under option, click on option. Under option, you have show report filter page. Click on it. It's going to ask me, you want me to filter this report and create pages based on what? I want it to be based on sales because I'm doing appraisal for sales rep. So put sales rep, use sales rep as your filter. So automatically it will generate each sales rep report. This is Alex. You can see it's already pre-filtered to Alex. If I go to Ben, it's already pre-filtered to Ben. Chris to Chris. So that when each person comes in, All I need to do is go to that tab. Alex, this is your sales. This is it. So they don't have the opportunity to see the next person's result. Is this clear?
Vivian, is it clear? If it is not clear to anyone,
Yes,
say
it
it.
is.
Okay, it's better now. There is someone else that said it's also not clear. Because what this simply
It's
is
clear
showing
now.
is clear now. Okay, good. I'm happy. Please proceed.
Okay. So the next thing we will do now is slicer. Slicer as well is another way to put a filter on your report. All you need to do is come to your pivot table, analyze, insert slicer. I need to create a slicer now as a filter. Is asking me, what do you want me to use as a filter? Do you want me to use location? Let's click location. What else should we use? Sales approach. Create. We can see that we have two slicers. And this is all you need to do is if I want to see the information regarding my location in Abuja, what was the sales? Just click on it. If I want to see for Lagos, if I want to see for Port Harcourt, this will allow for multiple selection. Are we clear, please? Confused,
Yes.
repeat, or move along?
I think everyone is fine.
All right. Then we can go back now. If you want to do timeline, I would say timeline is basically used for date. So you can see automatically it brings my sales date out. So we will not have anything for December because there's no data for that. If we move to November, it's going to give us November. If we go to October, it's going to give us October. Is this clear?
Please take the timeline again.
Good.
Okay. On that, if I need to do timeline, for timeline, most times it works with date. So all I need to do is go to pivot, analyze, click on insert timeline. You can see that automatically it selects my sales date. So, and you can pick on, just slide it down. What do you want? This is in months. I can change it to say based on days because I have days in my data. So this will be it, but it will be too clumsy, you understand? If I want to see what was sold on the 1st or 2nd of September, this is it. So you can still narrow it down based on what you want, depending on what you have in your data.
I understand now. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. Okay, so we move to if you need to move, one moment. Let me clear this. All right. So if you need to move your data as well, you can clear it. This just come to pivot, analyze. You can clear it from here. If you need to select your entire pivot, you can copy it. Is it just your label you want? If I want to copy, is it just my values? You can see the difference there. Then label, it will copy just your label. If I need to move it to another place, it's going to ask me, do you want to move it to this particular sheet or do you want to cancel it? That will be that. Then let's quickly do design. We have just 9 more minutes. Oh, okay. For our design, there are so many things you can do. If you need to change the color, this is it. You can do this. You can do this. If you want row header or you don't want, these are the options you have, but you need row header to make it your reports look good. If you don't want remove blank lines after each row, it can do that. This is more or less like you designing, formatting your table. Reports layout, show in tabular form. Most people will prefer to show in tabular form because this is better to read than if you just put it in compact view. So most times show in tabular form. But if you say no, I don't want in tabular form outline, there are different ways for you to do. If you just want the ground total, yes. If you want a subtotal, it's going to show you if we put location, it's going to show subtotal. If we say no, don't show me subtotal at the bottom, they will go out as well. So it depends on what you want. So I would say this will be the end for today. The other one will actually take us time. That is the summarization by count. We've done count, we've done sum. Should we do average quickly if we have time? Would that be
Please,
okay?
please go ahead and do. You've done count, right? You can do
We've done
average. You
count,
can
we've
do,
done
yes.
sum.
Please go ahead.
All right. Okay. Oh, dear.
So by the time she's done, I want to show us how to. There is this space special in Word document that will bring back to Excel and see how you can use space special to clean. That's all we will show. So please proceed
Okay.
with this.
All right. So if you want to do like average, we can come in here, summarize value by average sales for each product. This is going to give it to us, or we can come under value, under the field, and change it as well. Is that clear, please? Then we can want to do the minimal. What is the minimal sales? Which product has the highest sales or which one has the lowest sales? We can do that as well. Summarize based on maximum. This will give you the product in September or with the highest sales, or I can do max and mean together for me to see. It depends on what I want to analyze. Let me edit this name. So we can see that in September for ball, the highest that we sold ball was 1.3. The minimum amount that we sold for was 1,000. So this will be it. Any question on what we've done so far, please?
Please let us free to ask questions. Any questions you need clarifications? This is just to show it can be more than this. Right? It can be.
How did you
Okay,
do
go
the
ahead.
max and mean? How did you do the max and mean together? I'm trying to do it, but I'm not getting it. Can you take it again?
Oh, yes, that's fine. I will do it again. So the max and mean, I just brought in my, okay, let me remove field, remove field. Okay, I'm going to bring in my amount. instead of some amount, I'm going to change it under value field setting. I will come to max value. You can edit your whatever custom name you want to put, change it to max. Okay. I'm going to bring the same amount again down to my value field. Then value field setting. This time around, I don't want max. I'm going to select min.
I get
The
it now.
minimum
That means you
amount.
brought the amount into the
Twice.
value fields 2 times. Okay, yes,
Yes,
I
please.
get it now.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. That will be it. Any other question, please? Please note that pivot table can still do much, much more because we've not talked about the percentages, the calculated fields as well. It can still do much more, almost like Power BI, but not as powerful as Power BI. Thank you. So if there's no any other further question, I will hand over the class to Mr. Jide.
All right, thank you so much, Ma. Please, can we celebrate? Okay, thank you. People are already doing that. Because Mr. Bolaji, Amaka, Imabo, Gania, it could be your turn. It could be your turn next. All of you, yes. So
Thank you, everyone.
If you don't celebrate now, if your turn, you can't run away, you cannot run anywhere. London, your hand is up. Okay, you say you want to be the next, right? That you want to...
No, thank you, Janet. Please, I just have one question.
Go
Please,
ahead.
can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so most times when you're like in regards to this data set, I just want to know at what point do you think we can use sum and count when using the pivot table? Like, is it Tom? Do you think we can use sum? Like, if you're saying, okay, what's the total sum of a particular sales rep that sold, let's say, shirts, and when can we use counts for data sets in pivot table?
Okay, so like I said, it depends on your data. You've already answered the question as well. Like, if I want to know what is the total sales for Janet for the product she sold in September or throughout the whole year, it will be sum. If I want to know how many products Janet sold, that will be count. Do you understand?
Oh, okay. Yes, I
The total
understand.
value of the total sales made by Janet will be in amount. The total product she sold will have to be in count.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Total product. Okay. Thank you very much, Janet. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. So, like she said, you can also visualize both by the side, the total sales and the count, if that is what is required. You can always do that to say, okay, I want to see the total sales, because it is possible that someone is selling kulikuli. So he could sell 1 million pieces of kulikuli, but the total sales could just be 20,000. Whereas someone sold 3 cars, you get the point, and the total sales. So I'm just trying to say that. So it depends on what you really want to. So thank you once again. Please, can we see my screen just to be sure?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we
Okay,
can see your
so
screen.
everyone, why I'm doing this is so that you don't say you did not hear my voice today, that I did not do anything. That's the reason. All right. So I will open this in Word document. There's this data that I call men of the South trader sales. So it's a Word document. Then I want to bring it into Excel. So I have opened a blank Excel because I wouldn't want to waste time, because I want to analyze as a data analyst. So let's say someone sends this to me, his report to me this way, and I know I can't do anything further on Word document. This is in Word, Microsoft Word. So people will now, and there is no Power BI that will say get from Word unless I convert this to PDF. If I save this as PDF, then I can use Excel. Excel can still get PDF. Or if I convert this to text, my point is, but this is Word document, and I just want to copy this and put inside of Excel and do some cleaning. So if you just, okay, let me close this, don't mind me. I open this is a Word document. There is, so it's not, I've done this before. So I want to copy this table that is in here and I selected this arrow that you're seeing. And I could do Control C, but just so I show you, this is copy, which is still Control C. So I've clicked on it, right? So I'll come and paste in Excel. Now watch, let me go back to the word. This is actually formatted, right? Is formatted. So maybe I want to paste with a format, or I don't want to paste the format, or I want to paste just the value and all of that. So you have options of how you want to paste what you want to paste. So I will proceed. I will go back to Excel now. All right. So if I do Control V for now, what you're seeing is it pasted the exact, including the format and all of the information. But if I do not want this, let me maximize it. If I don't want it this way, because I'll still do some cleaning. If I don't want it this way, right, how can I do all of this? Of course, I can increase this, right? I could just say, no, don't paste just like that. I want to paste using special. There is this space we call paste special, right? That is there. Take a look. The shortcut is because I wanted to use the shortcut, but I realized that not using it. So paste special is Control Alt V. That is in a special way. So if I stay, what I've copied, I can now say Control down, Alt key and V. So, okay, in case you didn't see that, that's the reason why I didn't want to use the shortcut. I have copied this in Word document. I have copied this, right? And I want to paste it. So when I pasted it here, it came the way I do not want. And I say, no, I don't want to just paste it this way. I want to use paste special to paste it. So, and I show us that this is paste special, right? And this is the shortcut. So I will just say Control, Alt, and V. So when I do this, then this dialog box shows that, okay, how do you want to paste this? And I'm just going to say paste the text, right? So if I click on text and I say, okay, then that formatting is not part of it. I hope this is clear, just to be sure. Can I proceed? I need response, just to be sure. Right now I'm now the one talking. Can I proceed? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Straightforward.
Can proceed.
Thank you. Now, I want to ensure that this is fixed to the column, right? That's the shortcut. Instead of doing it one by one, I click on this corner, this place, and I double click any of the columns, right? In between this, and I have this fixed. Like I don't need to do anything, it is fixed. But you will discover that there are empty cells. Of course, in Power BI, there are ways you can do this in Power BI, but I want to use Excel to do all of this. So this moth is supposed to be here and also be here. Farm fish is supposed to be here, also written here. Beverage is supposed to fill like this down. Candy is supposed to fill down. I'm sure you now understand what I mean, right? That means any empty, the word before it should fill down. Is it clear? Because that's what I'm about to do right now. Can I
Yes, it
proceed?
is. Yes.
All right. Now, there is this guy. If I come to find and replace, you will see go to. I want to use a shortcut, but I want to show us. I will have just clicked on Control G, but I'm showing you where I'm going, right? That's what I mean. So I will not click. I will just stay and say, okay, now that I've pasted, I want to fix the blank. I want to treat it, the blank. Then I'll do Control key and G. So when I do that, this shows. If I go back and click on this same one, that dialog box will still show. All right. So in a way, I'm introducing shortcut of some things to us. So I'll just do Control G. Now that I've done Control G, I want to specially treat the blanks such that these words will fill down. All right. I will click on this special. So when I click, a dialog box will show. Okay, I'm sure it is clear. Let me do this again. Remember, I said so that mod will be here, mod, farm, and all of that. I'll do Control G again. This shows I click special. It's not saying go to special what do you want me to select? I want you to select blank. That means it's going to select all the blank now. If I click on OK, all the blanks have been selected. All till I don't need to scroll down. Everything blank has been selected. Now that it's selected, I want to, while it is selected, right? I want to fill, I'm reiterating, is intentional. I want to fill the cell above down, meaning that beverages would fit to this ones and all of that. So I'm going to click in the formula bar. I'll just click, this is the active cell for now. I'll click in the formula bar and type equal to. When I type equal to, I'll click on this one above because I want it to go down. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So when I click on this, if I do enter, it will only affect that one cell. It will only affect this one. But for everything to be affected, to fill down, I would need to say Control Enter, Control key on my keyboard and enter. So if I do Control Enter now, everything has filled. I'm sure this is, because I took my time to explain this, but this is what I'm trying to say I wanted to do. Let me know if this is clear.
Oh, wow.
It is clear, sir. Like,
Okay.
This one is clear. Yeah. The others should have been this easy.
Which one? Tell me. Mr. Waju, which one? Tell me. Which one should have been easy?
No, it's fine. I mean, of course, I have to go through Genius session again, but the recorded version, but it's fine. I'm sure I'll get it. I missed out at some point because I think the version on my laptop does not have the exact display she has on her own. So I was kind of struggling to find out where she was getting some some functions from. Then I missed it. The practical aspect, like to be doing it while she's teaching. But I listened all through the class, and I'm sure when I look at listen to the recorded version, I will pick it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is 1209. So this is one thing. In case you missed this, so I will not be very fast. I will not be very fast. I've copied this in Word document. I want to put it in Excel. I have copied it, right? This is me doing this again. Then I'll do, if I do Control V, it will paste the way I have copied, but I don't want to. I want to paste special. So I will do Control Alt V. Then this dialog box will show. When it shows, what do I want to paste? What kind of thing do you want to paste? I want you to paste not the code, not hyperlink, not the Microsoft document object, which I have copied. I want you to only paste the text. Then I'll say, okay. So when it is here, I could leave it or I could maximize to make it, to just say. So now I would then say, okay, I want to fill down whatever it is you get. I'm sure you understand what I mean. All of this. Then there is go to. So if I do Control G, a dialog box will show to say you want to go to a special place too. And I say, yes, I want to go to a special place. So I click on special. That's okay. What do you want to select, right? I want to select only the blank. Then I say, okay. When I say, okay, all the blanks are selected. And I want to fill down, I will just click in the formula bar and say equal to, and reference this one, right? Category product, they are the header. So I won't do that. Of course, this is the one before a blank. I could stay under beverage too and select and reference this. So don't think that I have to stay here. Then I will then say Control Enter. Can you see that? All? Just like in 1 minute or less, you are through. So if you check from this down, you will see. The other thing I want to do is that why is it showing formula? You already know what to do if you want to remove formula. There are many ways to. I could just select the column that have formula and then paste back without formula. I may use special to paste that. I might decide not to paste that. What do I mean? If I copy this, for instance, right, and I do, let me even click on paste special here, and I say paste special, right? And it's saying you want to paste. I will now say when you are pasting, don't paste formula, just only paste value. That means I will have selected every time, just showing you one. Can you see that it's no longer showing formula in the, I'm sure you understand that. So But I only selected, I will select, if I want to treat everything, which is the number that I'll select everything and then copy and just say paste the information in the exact place. All right, so that. Let me look at the time. Another thing, so this is, we are done with this. I'm about to close it, so don't save. So that's just like an advanced techniques in a way. Instead of in Power BI that you have to say fill down, then fill the blank with null, then fill down. So you can just easily do that. So the next one I want to show is dynamic filter. So I've already prepared this. Okay, let me just stay here. Good. I'll be very fast because I want us, let's say 12:30, we should leave here. So we have, let's say you have staff name. I put this together and you have their salary. So your line manager now said, can I quickly, you want to do something where you can quickly see top 5 staff, top 2, top 3, dynamically without having to do any manual work. All right, dynamically. Then how do you do this? All right. So how do you do this if you want to do it? So one thing I want to do first to make life easy for me. So everything I want to talk about, I already put it here. So I'm quickly going to talk about them one by one. So there is a function called filter. All of these, they are functions, and they, of course, they can be also used manually. So there is a function called large. Janet just showed us max. Maximum means highest, minimum means lowest. Okay, let me quickly touch on that. Equals to max. The maximum says I will return the largest number. Okay, so maximum will now say, where are the numbers? I will now look for them and pick one. I'll just return the highest. So what you are seeing right now, I don't want to go because of time. The highest salary is 89,640. It has gone through everything row by row. Let me zoom this out a bit. Let me zoom it out a bit. Just a moment. So that you can see it at a glance. So the highest salary, if you look at it, is 89. All right, from here. But you really don't manually have to do this. So, but I'm showing this. Now, what if I want to see the second highest, the 7th highest? If this is the first highest, what about the second highest one? So Max cannot do that for me. The go-to guy will be large. This guy called large is one I will need to go to. So I could say equals large. Large. Now I'm using, what I'm trying to do is to talk about it one by one before I now combine it to do what I want to do dynamically. So large will now say, I return the kth largest. Kth largest means that maybe K simply means, is it 1, the first largest or second largest or third largest or 20th largest? So that's the meaning of kth, right? So if I pick large will ask me for 2 things. It say, where is the array? Array means the range of number you want me to look at. So I'll just select this, all right, Control Shift arrow, that will select this for me. That is the array. This is the table, I've named it in a way. So I'll put comma. So what number? Maybe number third, the third highest salary. So this will be the third. I zoom this out so that you can quickly scout through and look. If this is number 1, 89 something, maybe 86 is the number third. Look at 84 here. Because outside this, I'm not seeing 80 anything again. So meaning that, look at it, this is the third largest. Now that you understand how large works, okay. So I really don't need it. I'll delete it. There's what we call validation. I'm going to zoom this out back. There's what we call data validation, which I'll touch on briefly. Later on in our sessions, we could call on each of us one by one to say, you treat data validation, you treat it inside and out, just like Janet is speaking pivot table now. Janet will come back later and come and finish the other part of the pivot table. So that way we are building ourselves, right? So now I want to use data validation and I want to make it very easy. Can I proceed just to be sure you are still following? Can I proceed?
Yes,
sir.
So I'm going to just put 1. This is me making it very simple. So I want to see, I'm going to select this. While we're doing all of this training, there are new things you'll be learning, but for now, we could explain later in detail. So I put some things there so that I don't have to manually be typing 1, 2, 3. So I want Excel to look at this number and be changing it for me. So if I want to do something like that, I'll stay here. I've already formatted this so that it can be obvious to you. I'll go to Data tab. When I go to Data tab, I'll see a group called Data Tools, and I'll see this button called Data Validation, right? What does it do? It said if you want me to help you, what I did is that you could pick from a list of rules to limit what people will type, because I don't want people to type, so I want to validate so that I can help them. So I'm just going to click on data validation for now. Then this box will show up. I don't want people to be able to type anyhow value. I want them to type from the list I have created. I'll now drop down this guy and say, okay, that cell, I want it to be a list where people will pick from. I'll click list. So when I click list, Excel is now asking me that, okay, where is the source of that list? Because I already put it here, right? I can reference that this is the source of the list. When I could put a message to make it readable to you, to guide you, to say the list of staff. I could say list of staff, and say, in order to also guide, I could say pick from the list, pick from the list, right? Don't worry about other thing. This is what I want to leave focus. I'll say, okay, so at a glance, you're already seeing this guy guiding you to say something is there. So pick from the, don't bother to type. So when I drop down now, I'll see 1, 2, 3. So if I pick 3 or 4, anything that I pick, it will just be there. But permit me, I'm going to remove this message because I don't want it to obstruct this one, unless you're fine. Let me go back and say message, I don't need you. At least you've seen what this will do, right? So there's no need for input message. All right. So, but of course you have your list. Now that you have this, the reason why I put this is because I'll be making reference to this. So when I make reference to this, this will be changing dynamically. So there is so many, I've talked about data validation, I've talked about large. There is a function called sort, just like you have sort. Sort is to rearrange, all right? Sort, just like you have it, everything you have, don't think they also function. This is filter, it has a function, that's why you see it there. For instance, if I say equals filter, filter will say I filter a range. Can you see? That is what it does. I filter, just like I will select from the range, right? Filter will now say, where is the array? So that then how should I filter it? All right, I'm very fast. Equals to sort. Sort is also a function that sort, that arrange for you, you know. Sort, is it bigger to lowest or lowest? We also ask for that and say, how should I arrange it? Okay. Now that I've shown in a way, mentioned everything. So I'm going to stay here. Then I'll start what I want to do. Normally, okay, let me also make it very simple. Normally, the way I should go would be sort. Sort should start. Though I'm not putting comma to say comma must be. Sort is supposed to start, followed by filter, followed by large, and I'll be fine. Because data validation is done, it will just validate it. So this is how it's supposed to go. But for now, I'll not start with sort, I'll start with filter for you to make life easy. So that I don't write, it doesn't look confusing. That's the right thing to say. So that it doesn't look confusing. Can I proceed, please? Looking at the time. Can I proceed, just to be sure? Can I
Yes, sir.
proceed? Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
good. So I would stay here and start with equal to filter. So when I pick filter, filter will ask me for the array. I would select, though this is named, but I will select Ctrl Shift arrow down, then comma. That's I have named this, the name of the table is employee, but the name of this column is staff. Okay, let me escape. Let me show you. When I stay in the middle, come to table design, this is the name of the table. All right, that's the name of the table. But because this is the header for this column, you will see this column as named, has been named as staff name. You will also see this as salary. Okay, so I'll just stay back, equal to filter. What am I filtering? You ask me for the array. Look at page Lisa down, comma. So it's not saying that, what should I consider? That is include what? So I will then say this one. I will also say Ctrl Shift arrow down. Now, when I say that, I will then need to call the help of large. The reason I want to call large is I want it to be looking at I want top, I could change this to top 5, top 1, top something. And large is one that has the ability to help me do. Maths cannot do. Maths will only return one thing. But maths would like change different things based on the number that is changing here. So I'll say, okay, let it include anything that is greater or equal to what? Equal to large. So I can then type large because large is one that will help me dynamically. Large is a function, right? You already know. Large will also now ask for the array that has the money, which is salary. Because how we would be able to know top staff salary is not by their name, it's by the value. So I will come back and say the first thing large is asking for is the array. Now, when I do this, right, I will then say, large is asking for two things. This is the array. After the array, I will put comma. When I put comma, it's now saying which number. Instead of manually typing the number, I will now say the number is in this. I hope I'm not too fast. Let me even pause a bit. Do we understand? Looking at it, the formula bar is open to you so that I will know if I should proceed. I need responses before I press
Proceed,
enter.
sir.
Okay.
Proceed, sir.
Okay. Bolaji, please, are you fine? Others, can I just be sure?
Yes, sir. Proceed, sir.
Okay. So I will then close the brackets. I open to filter started followed by large. So that means I need to close what? 1 and 2. So when I do this, I'm going to press enter. It's showing 4 names because 4 is there. Let me change this to 10. It will show 10 names. Let me change this to whatever it is I'm changing to, it will be showing. All right. Now I need the salary, which I'm going to show now. If I change this to 3, everything is showing. So now I will say, okay, I want you to extend to this. Let me show how not to do it for. So if I extend it, it's going to show 1 something, but I'll come back and say no. In the formula bar, let me double click and adjust it here. The table name is employee. Let me use the layman. The table is one that gave accommodation to staff column. Staff name column and salary. So if there is anything that should be looked, that you need to be looking, that is the major array, I think that's the right word, that is the main range, is actually the table. So all I'm going to do, right, is to say here, that's just the only thing you have to do. Instead of staff name, don't just look at the staff name, look at the entire table. So I'm going to remove this staff name and press enter. Do we understand? In case you didn't see that, Control
No,
Z.
sir, please take it again.
All right. At least this is clear, right? Let me double click in the formula bar. At the beginning I said the name of the table is employee. And on the table, we have a column called staff name. On the same table, we have a column called salary. What we really need to know top 10 customer, top 10 staff, top 10 sales is actually the money. Name is only to filter, but the value in terms of number is the money, which is the salary. Based on this, right, I'm not saying if I just drag this to my right, maybe I want to do this manually. It's saying there is number error. And yes, it's right. I don't just want to go into details because I want to finish in the next 5 minutes. I'm not saying instead of, don't worry, the table gives accommodation to all the columns. So I'm just going to remove staff name. All right. That staff column and say the array, which is the main array, is the entire table. Employee will not only be limited to staff name and salary, it will cover both of them. So the main array is actually staff name, which is the table. The main array is the employee, which is the table, right? That's all I did. And I'm going to just press enter. If there are questions, let me know. Then if I change this to 6, everything shows. If I change this to, if there are questions, please be free. Everything. So there is no.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
for the first formula, instead of why didn't we
Take a look.
select the? I say when writing the formula in the first instance, why didn't we just reference the entire table instead of just saying staff name to
Okay,
get the
I
employee
could.
name? Yes.
Okay, so I could do that. Then, if that is
Okay,
fair to
if we do
follow.
that, it will still work.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Because it's take a look. It's as good as I'm referencing the table. Okay, so watch. Let
Yes.
me do this for you. Control Z, 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 Z. So equal to, in short, let me make it very simple. Control Y. Let me copy the formula, right? Control A, then Control C. And let me just do something. It doesn't matter this. Let me do it here for you. Let me stay here. Okay, I've copied that out. So let me copy it, Control V. Nah, so sorry. I want it here, Control V. Then I will alter everything. You know what? Let me just do it from the beginning. Or let me do this, Control Z from the beginning. Good. So equals filter. This is me looking at time. I have 3 minutes. Equals filter. Then filter will talk about the array. Then I can just say employee, right? So when I pick this, do you understand? That is what I'm trying to say. Then I can
Yes.
then say this one, Control Shift arrow down, right? So now that I've clicked on this, remember what I'm going to do next, that it should include what? What will it include? Remember, then I'll say it should include anything greater or equal to what? Then I'll use large. So large will then ask me for the array that you need to consider, which is the Control Shift arrow down. Then I'll say, now that I've supplied the array according to this guy, what else? I'll put comma and say the number is here. Then I'll close the bracket and this and press enter. Do you now understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's it. So if
Thank
I
you.
change anything, then everything adjusts. So that is, I'm on time. I think, yes. So if I now want to sort, to say, okay, I don't like the fact that it's like can it be lowest to the largest or something? That is where I need sort to come in, which I said I should have started with sort, right? So meaning that sort would start, because I can't use manual sort. You know, this sort, I cannot. It will tell me that I cannot do anything that is outside. You can't change part of an array. So because it's within the formula. So all I need to do is to come here. Please don't let this confuse you. I'll just type sort from the beginning, which is sort. I could have started with it, but the main thing is this one that we have done. But arranging it is the meaning of sort. So sort will now say which is the array. And I don't need anything because filter has taken care of everything called array. So sort is asking me the array. After the array, now says sort index. Sort index would mean that what should I consider to use to sort? Am I using name to sort, or I'm using salary to sort? So this is column 1. This is column 2. So I'll be using column 2 to sort. So I'm just going to say everything here is actually the array. So I'll just come here and say comma what? Comma 2. Because what I need to use to sort is on 2. I'll then put comma. It's not saying how should I sort it when I put comma. Is it ascending or descending? So whichever one. But based on this, I want to use this descending, which is -1. 1 means ascending, -1 means descending. This is 12:30, so I'm going to stop here. I close the bracket and press enter. Now it's going to sort from highest to lowest. Does this make sense? Does it look good? Is this sweet? Any question, please? Any question, you're fine. So let me now ask my question. What are the things you learned today differently from the pivot table? I mean, the main thing for today is pivot table. This is me just saying, because I promised us bonus, that's why I added that to it. So any question, because I want to stop recording any moment from now. Ima, any question, clarification? Juliet, Lolo, Nana.
No questions from me, but I'll watch the video again so that it can sink in.
Okay. Rachel, Rosalind, Tosin, Victor. Any question, please? comment, clarifications? Okay, so I'll take it that we are fine, right? So once again,
Yeah.
Once again, thank you, Madam Janet. So Adedeji, any question? Any reaction? Thank you, Ima. Thank
No,
you
I'm
so
okay.
much. Oh, I'm happy.
Thanks so much for taking
Thank
your
you, sir.
time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your
Okay,
time.
Mr. Bolaji, go ahead.
No, I just want to say thank you, and I like the idea of this short timing. It's very nice. It makes it compact and very easy for someone to just maintain concentration through the class, unlike the lengthy class of 2 hours and all that. It's a good one,
Yeah.
really. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'll stop sharing. I'll stop recording. I'll make this video available once it is. Please, until then, enjoy. Bye for now.
Bye.